Hi. I just wanted to talk to you about social distancing. I'm sure you've heard this word a lot. I just want to get it out to you, to our church family, to the Westside family, and anybody who's listening. There have been not too many, thank God. Most pastors, most reputable teachers, Bible teachers, and people who I respect in the Christian community are saying the same thing I'm about to tell you. But there are a few who are saying it's a lack of faith, or I'm going to just deny what the government is telling me. I'm going to go ahead and go out and meet with people. I'm going to do my own thing. It's just having a lack of faith in God, and it's giving into fear. And I want to tell you that is dead wrong. That is very, very wrong advice. There is nothing lacking faith in regards to helping your neighbor. In fact, Jesus said to love your God with all your heart, but he said to love your neighbor as yourself. And if we're going to love our neighbors, that means that we need to be concerned about not possibly giving them an illness or a sickness. And I want to quote you something from back in 1527. This was Martin Luther during the Black Plague, which was taking over Europe and killed many, many people. And this is his advice that he gave in that day as a pastor to many other ministers and to many other Christians. And let me just read this to you, this one portion. It says this: others sin on the right hand. They are much too rash and reckless, tempting God and disregarding everything which might counteract death and the plague. They disdain the use of medicines. They do not avoid places and persons affected by the plague, but lightheartedly make sport of it and wish to prove how independent they are. They say that it is God's punishment. If he wants to protect them, he can do so without medicines or carefulness. This is not trusting God, but tempting him. God has created medicines and provided us with intelligence to guard and take good care of the body so that we can live in good health. If one makes no use of intelligence or medicine when he could do so without detriment to his neighbor, such a person injures his body and must beware lest he become a suicide in God's eyes. By the same reasoning, a person might forego eating and drinking and clothing and shelter and boldly proclaim his faith that if God wanted to preserve him from starvation and cold, he could do so without food and clothing. And so you can kind of see really from right there just the ridiculousness of that argument. We need to take care of each other. And the best way to do that right now is we're going to rearrange the way we do church. I am very busy trying to figure out how to do all this online stuff. I'll just probably be making phone calls during the week, seeing how you guys are doing, see if you need anything. I would encourage you, share with one another, share with neighbors. Obviously practicing the social distancing as best you can. But if people need help, help them. That's what we're all about. But to say that it's a lack of faith, I just wanted to let you know that in case you hear somebody say that. No, the commandment is love thy neighbor. And the Black Plague was a whole lot worse than anything that we've ever seen in our life. Although we are in times right now, I think, that are difficult. I've never seen anything like this before. I've only heard about it in history. So you and I are actually living in very historic times right now. But do not be afraid. Do not fear. Have faith in God. I'm not going anywhere. The church isn't going anywhere. We're just going to do things a little bit differently. And that's okay. That's fine. I will work with some of you guys who might not understand how to get online and all that. But just come together, encourage one another, strengthen one another. And that's a message I have for you right now. I just wanted to put that out there because I see a lot of misinformation. If you need any more information, go to the cdc.gov. Watch the White House briefings in the morning. Ignore pretty much a lot of the other news media, I would say, because they have a lot of commenting and criticisms that are just unnecessary. I think the best information really is going to come directly from the official government sources. I think we're going to get pretty decent information. I'm sorry, but gang, this is just not a time for conspiracy theories. We can have opinions and things, but right now is really thinking about others, taking care of ourselves, and just trusting God through this whole process. So God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you later.